Breaking news from the world of sport. Embattled president of FIFA has just announced he is stepping down. This comes just after he accepted his fifth mandate. Sepp Blatter spoke just a short time ago. Here's what he had to say.
J'ai profondément réfléchi sur ma présidence.
I have thoroughly considered my presidency, thought about my presidency and about the last 40 years in my life.
Qui ont été intimement liés à la FIFA.
These years were closely related to FIFA
sport
and this wonderful sport of football.
Je chéris la FIFA plus que tout.
I appreciate and love FIFA more than anything else, and I only want to do the best
pour le football et pour notre
for
institution,
football and for FIFA, our institution.
J'ai donc décidé de me représenter à la présidence.
I decided to stand again to be elected because I was convinced that it was the best option for football.
Les élections sont terminées.
The elections are closed,
Mais les défis qui se posent
but the challenges that FIFA is facing have not come to an end.
FIFA a besoin
FIFA
d'une profonde restructuration.
needs profound restructuring.
Bien que les membres de la FIFA
Although the
conféré ce nouveau mandat,
members of FIFA have given me the new mandate, have re-elected me president,
le soutien de l'intégralité.
this mandate does not seem to be supported by everybody in the world of football, supporters, clubs, players, those who inspire life in football, as much as we do at FIFA.
C'est pourquoi je remettrai mon mandat à disposition
This is why
lors d'un congrès électif extraordinaire.
I will call an extraordinary Congress and put at disposal my function. It is going to be held as soon as possible, and a new president will be elected to follow me as the new president. I will continue to exercise my function as president of FIFA until the new elections are going to be held.
Comme le prochain congrès ordinaire de la FIFA
The next ordinary Congress of FIFA is going to be held on May the 13th in Mexico, and if we waited until then, we would only delay matters. That is why I'd like to ask the Executive Committee to organize an extraordinary Congress as rapidly as possible to elect my successor.
All right, that is Sepp Blatter, the current president of FIFA in any case, announcing that he is stepping down. He's going to call for what he called an extraordinary session of Congress, and where a new president will be elected. He says he is simply not feeling the support. All right. Quebec's I'm sorry. Michael Serapio is on this story for us today. Michael, I almost cut you out of the action there. Sepp Blatter saying he's not feeling the support, staying on only until they can get what he calls an extraordinary general meeting to elect a new president.
That's right, and that's because he referred there that the next an ordinary Congress of FIFA wouldn't take place until May 13th of 2016, so next year. But he says that is too long, given the controversy and, as you say, the lack of support that he's feeling from the FIFA membership. Therefore, he is going to ask for this extraordinary Congress of FIFA to happen rather than waiting for the meeting in Mexico City in May of next year. But interestingly, he goes on in this press conference, Carol, to essentially say now that he's not going to run for a candidate, that means he can now focus on changes with FIFA. He says that he believes that FIFA does need to go under deep-rooted structural change. And to do that, he says that the FIFA executive must be smaller, that the integrity checks of the executive committee of FIFA must be conducted not by the regional soccer organizations, but by a FIFA body itself, looking into integrity. And he's also calling for term limits of not only the FIFA president, but also of executive members. Extraordinary, considering that Sepp Blatter was just elected to, as you said, his fifth term as FIFA president last Friday. But of course, there's going to be a lot of questions as to the sincerity, the authenticity about these reforms that he is pursuing, because this does come only after the arrests of 7 members of the FIFA committee, as well as the indictment of 14 others by the U.S. Justice Department related to corruption charges, as well as Switzerland saying it's going to do its own independent investigation of FIFA based on the World Cup votes for Qatar and Russia in 2018 and 2022. So a lot of questions, but he is stepping down and he will stay in place until a successor is actually chosen.
Michael.